Did performance awards take a hit in 2020? For today's video, I'm going to take a look at the results of our Pulse survey on performance awards to try to answer that question. Despite how grim things might have looked back in March of 2020, the results of our survey reveal that by the end of the year, many companies had recovered to the point where they were able to pay out their performance awards at target or above. This is especially true in the tech and sciences spaces, where 72% of respondents reported that their performance awards paid out at target or above. But even among other companies, 53% reported that their awards paid out at target or above. Given all the uncertainty that we're experiencing right now, I expected that we might see companies shift away from performance-based compensation for their 2021 grants, but that is not at all what the survey revealed. You can see here that for named executive officers, the majority of respondents indicated that they did not make any changes at all to the mix of equity awards that they grant. And among those companies that did make changes to their equity mix, they were more likely to shift towards more performance-based equity than less performance-based equity. In the tech and sciences space, you can see that 21% of companies shifted towards more performance-based equity. And even among other companies, 10% shifted towards more performance-based equity, which is just ahead of the 8% that shifted towards more service-based equity. If we take this down a rank to senior executive officers, we see a similar trend. The majority of companies made no change at all to their equity mix, and many companies that did make changes shifted to more performance-based equity. Again, in the tech and sciences spaces, 19% shifted towards more performance-based equity. And among other companies, we saw a more even split between those that shifted to more performance-based equity versus more service-based equity. We also found that respondents reported that they made some changes or tweaks to the structure of their performance awards for their 2021 grants. That was almost 40% of respondents to the survey. Now, the changes that they made varied considerably, so it's hard to really summarize them here. The most common shift, though, was to move towards a more annual approach to goal setting. That could mean that they were that they're setting targets at the start of each year during their performance period. It could be that they move towards annual growth rate targets, or it could be that they move towards annual targets that adjust each year based on the prior year's results. But even though I said that was most common, that still accounts for only 10% of the survey respondents. That leaves 28% who made some other change. And of course, ESG is a hot topic these days, so I can't leave that out. What we found is that many companies are interested or are considering ESG targets for their performance-based equity awards, but very few have actually implemented it. Only 3% of respondents to the survey indicated that their performance awards include ESG goals, but 34% are considering it. Of course, that still leaves 62% that aren't even considering ESG for their performance-based awards. Among those companies that are either using ESG targets currently or are considering them, the greatest interest is in social targets, so things like D&I, employee development, or turnover. And second place goes to environmental targets, so things like carbon footprint or sustainability. And that is my quick take on the current state of performance awards. This Pulse survey is part of the Equity Compensation Outlook program, which is a collaboration between the NASPP and Fidelity Investments. You can look to see more results from the survey in the NASPP blog. And it's not too late for you to participate in this survey. You can participate, you can download the results, you could actually even do your own specialized cuts of the results and download a slide deck to present the results to your management team. Learn all about it at naspp.com. And if you enjoyed my video, please subscribe to our YouTube channel so you're notified when we post new videos. Thanks for watching.